10th heaven. O हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा करे।
हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा।
ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर, हे दासे करुणा करे। पद छाया शोधाए आमाय, तुम्हार चरण तारी। छाया छाया वेग दोमी क्षय दोष शोधि, क्षय गुण देव दासे।
छाया वेग
दोमी क्षय दोष शोधि, छाया सत्संग देहो আমার বসেছি সঙ্গে রাশে।
छाया सत्संग देहो আমার বসেছি সঙ্গে রাশে।
একাকী আমার নাহি পয়েবার, হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে।
একাকী আমার নাহি পয়েবার, হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে।
তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া, দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম
তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া, দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম।
कृष्ण से तुम्हार कृष्ण दीते पार, तुम्हार शक्ति आते।
कृष्ण से तुम्हार कृष्ण दीते पार, तुम्हार शक्ति आते।
আমি তো कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली, তাই তব পাছ পাছে।
আমি তো कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली, তাই তব পাছে।
আমি তো कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली, তাই তব পাছ পাছে।
আমি তো कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली, তাই তব পাছে পাছে।
ওহে वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर हे दासे करुणा करे Hare Krishna. This we sang in memory of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami. Om Atmyanativedantasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manonishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Tada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Vishnupādāya Krishna Pristhāya Bhūtale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namah Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Shunyavadi Paśatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyaiv patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So we are going to read from teachings of Lord Chaitanya. There is a very big section in teachings of Lord Chaitanya, that is teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami, that is technically known as Rupa Shiksha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not write directly everything. He taught to these two personalities all the things, and then they wrote the books, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And then this pravachan was for days together, morning starting and going for 15 days pravachan. And then they have narrated everything in various books as they are written. So we are studying this Rupa Shiksha, very beautiful section which is describing all the details of the Shastras. Why there's a huge description of what all things Mahaprabhu has described to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. Okay, then There is a great list, but we'll study it whatever we are studying here. So where I am told to reading, that section I'll be reading. You'll be able to see. अच्छा, उधर क्या? This is starting from there. There are many players, right? So we will study one paragraph, and then around 4 or 5 paragraphs are there. We'll try to study all of them. There are many phases of the spiritual knowledge and the transcendental bliss. On one platform are the ritualistic sacrifices recommended in the Vedas, the execution of the austerities and the pious duties, and the practice of the mystic yoga. These all reward different results to their performer. The reward of these practices, however, appear to be very glittering as long as one is not elevated to the transcendental living service of the Lord. Love of God is dormant in everyone, and it can be awakened from its dormant position by the execution of the pure devotional service. Just as a person bitten by a serpent can be awakened by ammonia. Now, no? You're able to see the place things there. So this is the difference between devotional service and all other processes. The processes of fruitive activities. What are the processes of fruitive activities?
Doing charity.
Yes, charity, giving charity. Processes of fruitive activities are technically called in Vedic knowledge by what name? Yes, Karmakand. And then Prabhupada refers also Karmakand and austerities and many other things. And the results which are gained by this Karmakand process are glittering to the people who are attracted to this Karmakand results. Who are attracted to the Karmakand results? This particular paragraph describes some kind of people are there who are attracted by this Karmakand results. Huh? Yeah. But here they say it's something different. Matlab that only, but I have put in another fashion. Who are attracted with this results of the karma kanda? Those who are not performing devotional service. One who has not started loving the Lord, for them the results of the karma kanda are very attractive. Of course, we don't know the results of karma kanda and we don't know the result of Krishna consciousness. So we are just cannot compare, but that word is being described. Once somebody starts loving and serving the Lord, then he will not be attracted with the glittering results of the karma kanda. And then it comes to the most important and beautiful point of differentiation between devotional service and all other processes in the world. So all other processes in the world, all of they can be performed by others or not is doubtful, or may not be possible by all the people performing this all karma kanda processes. But one process they will be surely able to perform. What is that? Yes. Who cannot love Lord? There is nobody like that who cannot or who cannot serve happily. Is there somebody like that? How many can go to the Himalayas and perform the austerities? Many don't want to go also. There are many people who go for Char Dham Yatra, Badrinath, Kedarnath, and all these things. But there are many people who don't go also. So lifelong they will not go anytime. So, but sitting at their own place, rendering some service to the Lord, and in due course of time, first love doesn't come, first service comes. What is devotional service? Devotional service is serving with love. So you may not have the love in the beginning, but you can serve easily, right? So if somebody serves very nicely, in due course of time, he'll develop the love also. So who cannot do that? There is nobody who cannot do this. Anybody can do this. That's why devotional service is considered as the innate nature. What is the shloka for this? Which is describing that every single person in this creation, every single jiva in this creation has the potential of developing Krishna consciousness. नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम सौध्य को बोनोय शवनादि शुद्ध चित्ते हरय उदय. This is the difference between all other things. All can become software engineers. Huh? Can become? But all can become devotees. All can become yoga residents. The yoga resident, they may not become, sometimes they come to Krishna consciousness after marriage. Probably. But all can become the devotees of Krishna. Why everybody can become devotee of Krishna? He doesn't have to do something separate to become devotee of Krishna. Originally, he is a devotee of Krishna only. But there was something has to be imposed. Everybody can become cricket star. Not possible. You may try, but not possible. Right? Sometimes everybody can become UPSC, can crack UPSC and MPSC. No. Sometimes people leave the बोले नहीं होने वाला हमने छोड़ो जाने दो. Right? So that shows that we are not originally a cricketer. We are not originally a officer, but we are originally a devotee. Why everybody can become a devotee is that we are devotee. We don't have to become devotee. We are devotee. Eternally we are rendering loving service to the Lord. We had done this, and that's the nature of all of us. When we were not doing all these things, janjat of this material world, what we were doing? We were serving. Right? That's why everybody can become a devotee, because he was a devotee. And an example that was given. What is the example given? The serpent has bitten the person, and to revive his consciousness, you just make him smell ammonia. I don't know the process. Forget the whole process. But the person will become conscious, and you make him smell ammonia. How will he become conscious? Are we adding something from outside to him by making him smell ammonia? Are we adding something? No, he was cautious. He was originally cautious. That's why this process is most simple. All other processes, karma kand processes, all the process of jnana kand, all these things are unnatural, because we were not like this. But we were the devotees. We are the devotees. We have forgotten that we are devotees. Of course, Mayavadi people take the undue advantage of this thing. We say that you have forgotten that you are a devotee. They come and say that you have forgotten that you are God. You was God. You was God, and now we will make you God. नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम नहीं बोलते हो, नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण ही बोल देते हो. You was Krishna only, right? But same philosophy is you twisted a little bit. that we say that you was a devotee, matlab Jiva was a devotee, and then we are trying to revive his consciousness of being a devotee of Krishna, right? But they say that you was God. We are trying to revive your consciousness of being you was God. So what's the problem in this? Is there any problem? There's one technical problem, very great technical problem which Prabhupada used to describe. Hmm? What is the difference between they coming and saying that you was God, but you have forgotten that we are trying to revive your consciousness of being a God. And we go to the devotee, we said, you are a devotee. You was a devotee. We will revive your consciousness of being a devotee. So what is the problem in Mayavadi is coming and saying that you was God. You have forgotten that you was God and you are trying to revive your consciousness of being God. Hmm? Yeah. Huh? God cannot forget himself that he was God. Right. An ordinary jiva can forget that he was what he was. God knows what he was. Right. But if God started forgetting that he was God, then फिर वो कौन चलाएगा? दुनिया कौन चलाएगा? Right. God has forgotten that he is God. What kind of God it is? He forgets also. He falls into Maya, and we have fallen into Maya. That the devotee will tell us Krishna consciousness and will go out of Maya, will become liberated. So it's fine, makes sense. This is God has fallen into Maya. So what kind of God it is that he falls into into Maya? If God is going to fall in Maya, then who will save him? Which the other God will come and save him is nonsense, right? So Prabhupada used to give a very beautiful example that he said Krishna was God when he was 3 days old also. Krishna did not exercise, go to satsang for 20 years, then he became Krishna. No, Krishna was God when he was 3 days old. God will remain God, whether 3 days, whether 4 days, whether 20 days, whether 125 years, that doesn't matter. God is God. Because the God only started falling into Maya and forgetting that he is God, then it's a very dangerous case. So our philosophy and their philosophy, they unnecessarily has twisted the people's understanding. We have fallen into Maya and we are Krishna conscious, but then something like whatever is unwanted needs to be removed. A mirror is there, it's covered with the dust. You clean it, shining with again back the mirror, right? Like that. So that's why ammonia, smelling ammonia, it comes to the consciousness. They are not injecting consciousness in that person. They're not injecting consciousness in that person. Consciousness was there, but it has a problem because the serpent has bitten. Now you remove that whatever is problem, then the consciousness is back. So this has to be very nicely understood. This Rupa Shiksha, Sanatan Shiksha seems to be very matlab concept seems to be very ordinary, simple and all, but these are the technical definitions. आपका इनिशिएशन से इंटरव्यू हो रहा है, आपको बोला बोला भक्ति करने के बाद आखिर में क्या होता है, आप बोल दो कि विलीन हो जाते हैं, सब दुनिया भर सुन के आते हैं विलीन होते करके, आप विलीन हो जाओगे तो फिर दीक्षा के प्रोग्राम में विलीन नहीं हो सकेंगे, फिर आप आपको बाहर रखेंगे, वो बाहर भले बाहर ही रखो. तो these are, we cannot accept this. बाकी भी चीजें नहीं एक्सेप्ट कर सकते, बट ये तो एक्सेप्ट कर ही नहीं सकते. This is very dangerous system. When the people say that we will revive your consciousness of being a god, very dangerous. After speaking in this way about devotional service, Lord Chaitanya begins to describe the devotional service and its symptoms to Rupa Goswami. He explains that in pure devotional service, there can be no desire other than the desire to advance in Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, there is no scope of worshipping any demigod or any other form of Krishna, nor is there room for indulgence in the speculative empiric philosophy, nor indulgence in the fruitive activities. देखो किस किस के लिए नॉबल है. This is not the part of devotee's life. Now also there is not a part of devotee's life. You can't start worshipping Krishna. Keep Ganpati Bappa 11 days, throw him in water after that. Then Durga Puja comes at Diwali time, right? And then worship Durga. It doesn't. You can't make a temple inside the temple, right? People have small small temples, and there are everybody there. पूरा एग्जीबिशन लगा देते हो सब दुनिया भर के देवताओं को. So you cannot make the temples of all this in our campus. This doesn't mean we disrespect them. No, we respect them. We offer our obeisances. We offer our prayers to them. It's not the part of our regular worship to them. This has to be understood. Otherwise, Hare Krishna people are considered very fanatic, think that they don't have anybody else's temple in their campus, and that means they will disrespect. We don't disrespect them. We don't disrespect the ant which is crawling on the ground. How can we disrespect the demigods? We don't disrespect at all. One cannot speak ill about them, anything and everything. No, they are great personalities. They are devotees of the Lord. इसलिए there is a direct verse which is describing that they are the devotees of Lord in Srimad Bhagavatam. एते चाम सकला पुंसां कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं इंद्रारी व्याकुलम लोकम मृदयन्ति युगे युगे. Lord always comes in this world as an incarnation and then finish the people who are adharmic. So these all adharmic people are considered as the enemies of Indra. When the Lord comes, he rescues the people of this planet also, but he rescues the demigods also. Ravan had fought with Indra also, and all other demigods also. Hiranyakashipu also had fought with all the demigods, and Ravan was trying to make the staircase till the heavens, right? So all these demons, more or less, they are against the demigods, and demigods are the servants of the Lord. So when he comes, he finishes this adharmic people who are actually the enemies of the demigods also. So we have to very carefully understand these demigods are all the devotees, just like the temple. All the devotees. Your OC is a devotee, internal manager is a devotee, right? Caretaker is devotee, in charge is a devotee. So they are also devotees. But that doesn't mean you make the altar and start worshipping them here. Your Prabhuji's photo. Not like that. We respect them, love them, serve them, and appreciate their service here. But that doesn't mean we start worshipping them. In the similar fashion, that doesn't mean that we disrespect the demigods. No, we never disrespect Vaishnavas, never disrespect anybody. But he serves and worships only Krishna. In the altars also, there are many forms, but the Gaudiyas worship Krishna. Very few places there are Lord Ram's altars, but that is just because many Indians have a very great love for Lord Ram. Now it is even more increased in this recent times. But actually, the Gaudiyas worship Krishna only. Either you worship Jagannath, either you worship Krishna, either you worship Gaur Nitai. Again, Gaur Nitai are Krishna only. Either you worship Krishna Balram. You can't worship any Vishnu forms. Of course, there is no problem of worshipping other Vishnu forms in the form of Nrsimhadev. Some places we have Nrsimhadev. In one place we have Varadraj. Small Varadraj is there in Bangalore. In one place, uh, Lord Ram in few places. But again this is not a problem if somebody worships any other form of Vishnu. But the Gaudiyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described whom to worship. That verse is there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very famous. What is that verse? Hmm, देखो क्या नाम है वो कहाँ से शुरुआत होता है वो where he describes that we worship Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Again, we don't have Rukmini Dwarkadish. Very few places, hardly one place, two places in the whole creation. But we have Vrindavan Krishna because Radharani was there with Krishna in which part of this life? It was in Vrindavan. So Jagannath is Vrindavan Krishna because in Rath Yatra में बैठ के भगवान जगन्नाथ जी कहाँ जाते हैं? Where he goes to Vrindavan, right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is personally Lord Krishna himself from Vrindavan. So we worship even in the इसलिए अभी some of the people may not appreciate this much that Prabhupada is writing we don't worship any other forms of the Vishnu also very clearly mentions here the Gaudiyas it doesn't it's like when you are engineer so you don't bring the books of doctor at your home and अब अभी सब सीए की बुक लगा दिया है डॉक्टर की बुक इंजीनियर का लगा दिया क्या हो that doesn't make any sense who are you right he may not study doctor books he may not study CA books commerce books PBA BCom books he just focus on the study of his engineering books that doesn't mean all other faculties are invalid the worship of Lord Vishnu is a bona fide thing one should worship Lord Vishnu with all his heart with all his love but Gaudiyas worship Lord Krishna. This is the why that verse I am not remembering. So, so that describes we worship Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Ramya Kachita Upasana Vrajabhadu Vargena Va Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Amalam Prema Pumatto Mahan Sri Chaitanya so here they describe the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worships Krishna in Vrindavan. You see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remembering Lord Krishna. He remembers Lord Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna. He has not remembered Krishna on the battlefield or he has not remembered Krishna in the Dwarka. He has remembered Krishna in the Vrindavan. This is speciality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So specialization, all these sampradayas are specialization. If you go to Sri Sampradaya, they are happy that we worshipping Radha and Krishna. You tell them you worship Radha and Krishna. Say no, we will not worship Radha and Krishna. We will worship Lakshmi Narayan, four-handed form of Lord Krishna. We will not worship Radha and Krishna. They will not tell you that you don't worship Radha and Krishna. That is not a problem for them. But they will not worship Radha and Krishna. They are Sri Sampradayas. They are told to worship Lakshmi Narayan. So to try to understand, there is a whatever branch I have taken, I just continue with that. This is like that. You are studying physics, you study physics. Don't unnecessarily poke the nose in chemistry, biology. अरे अपना काम देखो सीधा चलो. So like that. So Gaudiyas worship with love Lord Krishna. So in our altars are Krishna Balram. So Krishna Balram are together where? Especially in Vrindavan. So like that. This is very special. Very simple to understand. Yes. कहाँ तक गए हम? Yeah. हाँ So what to speak of fruitive activities and all other things, वो तो चला गया सब कुछ. We worship Lord Vishnu. In specifically, we worship Lord Krishna. In specific, we worship Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Vrindavan Krishna. The way the gopis have worshipped. This is Ramya Kachita Upasana Brajabadhu. The damsels of Vrindavan, the gopis worshipped, that Krishna we worship. Yes. So now this next part of this discussion comes. One should be free from all these contaminations. A devotee should accept only those things that are favorable to keep his body and the soul together, and should reject those things that increase the demands of the body. Only the bare necessities for the bodily maintenance should be accepted. Because we have so long place to go, right? I shared one time here. One time we had exercise in the ashram. If you are not touched something which you possess from last 6 months, just donate it. Just give it up. And everybody had two, three boxes like that. So many things are there we have not touched. There will be so many books which are not touched from last 6 months. There will be so many articles, glasses, bottles, shawl, t-shirts, sweaters, this, that. Of course, and so many things are get collected again and again. So there are so many things in this. We have a long way to go. Bare necessities of life. You may be remembering that pastime of Srila Prabhupada. That Tamal Krishna Maharaj was traveling with him, and then they came to the airport, and then Tamal Krishna Maharaj had one bag, the shoulder bag, वो रहता ना, side वाला bag, गले में लटकता है. That was the only bag. One dhoti kurta, maybe some book, something, bead bag, bas khatam. Itna chota bag. Is going on international travel. Prabhupada said, yes, you have become a sadhu. Right? If you go to the airport, then you have to give that cabin baggage differently, and then the other baggage differently. So people have big bags. In that big size bag, that person can sleep inside. This big bags. You have seen the bags? So that kind of bags. And that they keep on carrying from one place to other place. But he came only with one shoulder bag, एक बस. किसी को कुछ चेक नहीं करना है, कुछ नहीं, डायरेक्ट केबिन में जाने का. Prabhupada was very happy. He said, yes, you have become a sadhu. So something like that. पानी जिधर मिला है उधर पानी पियो. आपके पास ग्लास नहीं तो ऐसा वो लगा के पियो. I had to say it may be looking unsophisticated, but the more the things we have in this world, to that many things will be less attached to this world. How many things you are attached to the world? Whatever you have. If you don't have many things in this world, then you will be at least attached to this world, right? What to attach with? Right? You are not attached with your this staying place because it's not yours. It's somebody else's. But if it is your property, then you will remember every day and then go what the tenant is doing and all. Remember, अरे ये महीने का भाड़ा नहीं दिया उसने. लास्ट महीने का 500 रुपए कम दिया तो अगले महीने में. So you are attached to the thing because you belong to that thing. You don't belong to the thing. And whom will you attach to? You will not be attached to. The whole process is very scientific. Unless I possess the thing, I will not be able to attach with the things. Right? Are you attached to somebody else's watch? इसकी घड़ी 5,000 का घड़ी है किसी बाहर के बाजू में नेबर के पास. Are you attached to that watch? हमारा 500 का भी are attached to our 500 rupees watch. We are not attached to 5,000 rupees watch with the other neighbor. Our neighbor is wearing. Why? I don't belong. That doesn't belong to me. So how can I be attached to it? Right? खराब हो गया तो आपको दुख होता है क्या? अरे खराब टूट गया. छूट गया है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. You are not attached to it because you don't belong it. You don't possess it. So this is the mantra for whether you become grahastha or whether you become brahmacharis. Just because you become a grahastha doesn't mean you fill the house with so many hundreds of thousands of things. Then you will be more attached to the things. Right. In the grahasthas also should stay very least possible. Of course, they don't like this philosophy. घर पे आए कुछ दिखाने के लिए कोई नहीं है. Like that. But otherwise, they are also supposed to. Prabhupada writes at one place there is a purport directly. He said he make whole huge furniture and whole day you keep on cleaning that furniture. Right? करना ही पड़ता है ना. अब तो कबर्ड बनाओ, ड्रेसिंग रूम बनाओ, ये बनाओ, वो बनाओ. फिर वो झाड़ू अंदर घुसाना पड़ता है, जाता नहीं है. फिर नीचे झुको, जमीन पे लेटो, उसके अंदर झाड़ू डालो. तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर का काटी, उसको एक्सटेंशन मिलता है, उसके अंदर घुसो, उसको निकालो, उसके बाद भी क्लीन नहीं होता है वो. कितना क्लीन करोगे, जो दिख नहीं रहा है उतना उसका क्लीन. तो प्रभुपाद ये दिन भर वेस्ट करते रहते हैं साफ सफाई करने के चक्कर में. कारपेट डालो, कारपेट के ऊपर वैक्यूम क्लीनर घुमाओ, बंद करो, उसका डब्बा क्लीन करो जाके. अरे बाबा, खाली रूम रखो, 4 चेयर रखो एक के ऊपर एक. तो तू आया कोई तो उसको उठा के नीचे ऐसा 4 बिठाने का, गया जाने के बाद फिर से लगा के साइड में करके खड़ा कर देने का. सवेरे एक पोछा लगे आने का, सब 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 15 में 5 मिनट के अंदर खत्म. राइट. मगर उसको भी चारों तरफ सोफा लगाओ, क्लीन नहीं होता है. प्रॉपर बोलते हैं, फिर बाद में बोलते हैं जब करने को टाइम नहीं. क्या करने, हार्ट साफ करने को टाइम नहीं, घर साफ कर दो बेटे. So this is the problem. So it's not my opinion. That's why I directly told that Prabhupada is writing. If you want to stay at home, stay at home. But that doesn't mean now you just keep on cleaning the home and maintain the home and then forget that, oh, I don't have time only to chant Hare Krishna. So like that. That is not appropriate. So that's why bare minimum necessity is why. Why bare minimum necessity? It's not fanatism. But if you have minimum necessities, you will have sufficient time for other things. आने वाला है शायद mostly come. Only those things that are indulgence food direction. One should free from all this contamination. A devotee should accept only those things that are favorable to keep the body and the soul together, and should reject the things that increases the demand of the body. Only the bare necessities for the bodily maintenance should be accepted. By minimizing the bodily necessities, one can primarily devote his time to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, to the chanting of the holy names of God. Yes. Pure devotional service means engaging all the senses of the body in the service of the Lord. This is the very simplest definition of devotional service. कौन सी श्लोक में आता है? All Prabhupada books, all Prabhupada sentences are shlokas. हर एक सेंटेंस उसको श्लोक है. Even the bare minimum necessities, only Krishna should be worshipped. ये वो सब Krishna should be worshipped in the form of Vrindavan mood. हर एक लाइन प्रभुपाद का श्लोक है, कोई भी लाइन ऐसा नहीं है. This is also a shloka. What is the shloka? Devotional service means engaging all the senses of the body in the service of God. क्या श्लोक है? No, that's not it. Of course, that meaning that वो तो हमने शुरुआत में किया ना वो श्लोका. That is the process of reviving our consciousness. I am a devotee. What is the process of becoming a devotee? Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaha Uday. You being a devotee will be revived. Uday मतलब सूर्य उदय होता है कि नहीं? फिर क्या सूर्य नया बनता है क्या उदय होने के पहले? होता है, वो आता है बाहर, बस इसको उदय बोलते हैं। तो उसी तरह आप श्रवण करते रहोगे तो क्या होगा? आप जो डिवोटी हो ना अंदर ऑलरेडी, उसका उदय हो, वो श्लोका वो है वो श्लोका। मगर ये श्लोका कौन सा है? आप अच्छा अच्छा श्लोका पाठ करो एकदम, दिन में 4-4 श्लोक पाठ करना चाहिए। सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश सेवनम भक्ति रुच्यते। कोई बोलता है भक्ति करना मतलब क्या करना है? क्या आप तीर नहीं मारने हवा में, भक्ति करना सिंपल। आपको पैर दिए, मंदिर जाओ, हाथ दिए, साफ सफाई करो, मुंह दिया है, भगवान का नाम बोलो, आंख दिया है, दर्शन लो, कान दिया है, सुनो, बस हो गया। इतना सिंपल प्रोसेस है भक्ति। इसलिए वो चैनल पे आस्था विस्ता में 15 घंटा लेक्चर देते लोग, बाद में भी समझ में नहीं आता भक्ति करना मतलब करना क्या है। अभी है कि राधा गोविंद महाराज बोलते ये लोग कुछ बताते नहीं, कुछ नहीं, नौटंकी करते रहते, डब्बे वाले बिठा के रखते हैं, ढम 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 बजाते रहते हैं, लोग ताले वाले सब, घर पे तकलीफ होते रहता है। इसलिए पंडाल में एसी लगाते हैं महाराज लोग आजकल, तो ठंडा हवा का सोने के लिए इंटरटेनमेंट भी हो जाता है, प्रसाद भी मिल जाता है, घर पे चिल्ला चिल्ली कर्म वो भी कम हो जाता है। इसलिए नौटंकी सुनने के लिए, नौटंकी बोलते सीधा, 4-5 डब्बे वाले ला के बिठा दे, वो गाते रहते, कुछ तो भी हो गया। मतलब यही भागवत कथा है। मतलब भागवत कथा 5 मिनट का कीर्तन करो, 4 घंटा अभी ठोको लेक्चर देके, शास्त्र से पढ़ो कुछ तो, ना पुस्तक है, ना कुछ है, ना कुछ है, 4-5 डब्बे बजाने वाले लाके रखा है, वही कथा है, बस हो गया। 5 मिनट चालू हो जाते कुछ हर 5 मिनट के बाद कुछ तो गाने के लिए चालू। अरे क्या तमाशा लगा के रखा है, क्या कर रहे हैं? भागवत कथा है कि क्या चल रहा है? तो बात कोई पूछता है भक्ति करना क्या, और ये हमारा कहना नहीं है। लोगों को लगता है वो इस्कॉन वाले हैं, नहीं, यही लोग कहते हैं कायेन वाचा मनसा इंद्रियैवा बुद्धि आत्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभाव करोमि यदि सकलम परस्मै नारायणाय समर्पयामि। क्या बोल रहे हो? यही तो बोल रहे हैं, यही भागवतम का श्लोक है। तो ऋषि की है ना, ऋषिकेश सेवन। आपको लगता है ना कि मैंने आज भक्ति किया कि नहीं, सवेरे से शाम तक लिस्ट बनाने, मैंने क्या किया सवेरे से, हाँ भाई ये किया, ये किया, ये क्या है, ऐसे भगवान को सेवा किया, वैसे भगवान को सेवा, ऐसे भगवान को सेवा किया, सारे अपनी इंद्रिय भगवान की सेवा में लगे, बस हो गया सक्सेसफुल। आज भक्ति किया हमने, ऐसा सेवा करते रहेंगे तो उसको बोलते रहने का कि वो भक्ति चल रही है। Okay, we end with this end of this paragraph. At the present moment, the senses are all designated because the body is designated. Consequently, we think that the body belongs to a particular society or a particular country or a particular family. In this way, the body is bound by so many designations. Similarly, the senses belong to the body, and when the body is subjected to such designations, the senses are also designations. Thus, the senses engage themselves on behalf of family, society, nation, and so on. When they are engaged, they cannot cultivate Krishna consciousness. The senses must be purified, and this is possible when one purely understands that he belongs to Krishna and that his life belongs to Krishna. The devotee should see this identity as an eternal servant of Krishna. In this way, one can engage his senses in the service of Lord. Such engagement is called pure devotional service. Kuch nahi. Engaging the senses in the service of Lord is bhakti. Very simple. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.